Hello everybody, welcome to Destiny of Cards. Today we'll be bringing you the updated version of the Seeker build. Yes, the famous Sin Saver Dragon, but this time his combination with Alfred. Yes, it's basically a slight boost from the booster in terms of just the G-Zone changes. Yeah, so basically you have some cards from the BTO4 and as well as comic booster. So we start off with the Great Trees. Because since the changes is more of the G-Zone, we will touch the Z-Zone later on. First, we run, of course, 4 copies of Sin Saver Dragon, since we already mentioned that it's a Sin Saver base build. Yeah, so it's a Seeker base build. So that we're running on 4 copies of Sin Saver Dragon. So this is a popular tournament card for Royal Paladin. So when this card is in Legion, after the end of the battle, you may pay the cost, which called blast 2, so blast 3, and discard 2 cards from your hand. Then use Superior Call 1 Sin Silver Dragon from your deck onto your Vanguard circle in stand position and choose one Buster Blade circle in the soul, which means before that, since this card will be in Legion, so basically you already should have a Buster Blade Legion on it, and then later on you place on that the Buster Blade will become part of the soul. Then from the soul you call Buster Blade out and perform Legion. So this is what the enemy call it as Soulmate Legion. Okay, so when this guy is attacking a Vanguard, it will get 2000 power, so it's a 22,000 power when it's Legion, or 13k when it's attacking himself without Legioning. Next, we run 3 copies of Alfred. Yes, this is the Sequel Alfred. So what's so special about this? We'll talk about it when we introduce the G-Zone. Okay, so basically this for each Sequel units on your field, when this guy's in Legion, you gain 1000 power. Okay, so if the number of rear guard you have is 5 or more, you gain 1 critical. So it's a very pressure card. Yeah, so 5 units and above, so excluding himself, so your mate considers 1. Yeah, so the 1000 is also like if you Legion with Sickles Blaster Blade, yes, that's mean you can have 1. But do take note, the Legion mate for this unit is very special. It can be Buster Blade or Buster Blade Sickle, so you're not tied down with just Buster Blade Sickle himself. Okay, so the next effect is as special counter blast 2 Sickle, and you superior call 1 Sickle from your deck onto your Regal Circle and shuffle your deck. So basically it's a free summon, but you have to add special counter blast. Mainly we do not use the second effect, but if you really need some rear guards, yeah, then this effect will be taken place, because there's quite a little Sickle in this deck, but it's more than enough for you to counter blast. Next, we move on to the Great Choose. Firstly, we run 2 copies of Crossbow. So Crossbow Sickle is basically a unit where when this card's on the field, when you perform Legion, you can counter blast 1 and superior call 1 Sickle from the deck onto your Regal Circle. Any great? Yes. Okay, so the good thing is you can also use the effect when you Soulmate Legion with Sin Saver Dragon. So if you have 4 counter blasts but you can only resist 1 time, you can actually firstly when you perform Legion, you can Superior Call 1, then later on you can Soulmate Legion, you can still counter blast 1 to Superior Call 1. So long you perform a Legion. So the good thing about Soulmate Legion is also perform a Legion. Do they know he must be on the field for the effect to take place. Next, we run 3 copies of the Chowke Attacker for Sickle. So basically this card is just a Chowke Big Down. Next, we run 1 copy of Buster Blade, since we already mentioned that this is a Bakao based deck, because we need it. But do they know you can use the Legion with Alfred itself too. Yeah, just that it's not Sickle. Since it's not Sickle, you're going to gain the additional 1000 power. Okay, so this tradition Buster Blade have the effect of when it's placed on Vanguard Circle, counter blast 2, retire 1, regard on opponent's field, any grid. Okay, the next effect, when this plays a Railguard Circle, also counterblast 2. If you're a Royal Paladin Vanguard, you retire a grade 2 and above. Next, we run 4 copies of Basilisk Sickle. Okay, so basically Basilisk Sickle's effect is when it's placed on Railguard Circle, and if you're a Sickle Vanguard, you may counterblast 1, retire 1 opponent's grade 2 and above. So this is last like Buster Blade, just that you have 1 lesser counterblast as a mid for both Alfred and Saint Savior Dragon. Now we move on to the grade 1. Firstly, we run 4 copies of the Unflippable Kanzen. Perfect guard for this deck. Since this deck is quite heavy based on counterblast, this can help you with ease of unflipping the damage from the damage zone. Yeah, so basically you can only protect your Vanguards from attack. So if your Vanguard is being attacked, you may call this card from your hand to the Guardian Circle. Do take note, from hand only. Yes, then after that it discard 1 card, then that unit cannot be hit. The Vanguard cannot be hit. Then if you have another Holy Guardian Knight in your drop zone, you may counter charge 1. So meaning it's inflict 1 damage. Next, we run 2 copies of the 10k attacker for Sickle. Since this is quite a Sickle based deck, yeah, so we have this as 10k big stick together with the 12k big stick. Next, we run 2 copies of this card. Basically, this is a promo where his fact is basically this card is called the Railguard Circle. If the number of Sickle in your front row is 3 or more, so you can pay the cost, which is Soul Blast 2. Then you draw 1 card. So it's quite useful if you use like maybe since Sickle Alfred to call it out, or something else, maybe like Crossbow to call it out. If you really don't need the soul for Saint Savior Dragon, this can be your hand size card. Next, we run 4 copies of the grade 3 substitute. Yes, so basically we do not use the main effect because there's no ultimate in this deck. So basically this card run on the strike plus 2, so it's a grade 3 when you use for strike. Okay, now we move to the grade 0 first. So we start off with the Forerunner. So this is our Forerunner for this deck. So it's Foul. Yes, Sickle Foul is useful in this deck because it can allow you to superior call 1 Buster Blade for free cost. But the condition is when you perform Legion. Since this is also a Legion based deck besides strike deck, so this is quite useful. Yes, so it's a 5k booster. That's the most crucial power. Next, we run 4 copies of Bakao. Okay, this card is actually in tournament base. In official tournament, it's banned as only as the starter, so you can use it as a Forerunner. So you can, but however, you can still place it inside the deck up to 4 copies. So yeah, so don't be shocked that you are seeing a banned card, because it's not a banned card. It's only restricted to become as the Forerunner. So basically, this effect is rest it, then superior call either Future Knight Liu, which is the critical trigger, or Flogao, which is a stand trigger, onto your Railguard Circle. Then shuffle your deck. So it's very good for you to flood your field because you can rest him, call Flogao out. Yeah, so Flogao can be attacker. Of course, Flogao plus another Flogao is actually a 10k. So most Railguard is actually up. If opponent summon a grade 2 and below, most of them are actually having 10k and below power. So it's quite useful to clear your opponent Railguard first, and it's also add up to the number of units onto the field for Alfred himself. Okay, now we move on to triggers for the grade 0. First, we run 2 copies of Magao. So Magao is actually one of the staple cards for Saint Savior deck base. So move in the soul, choose a Royal Paladin, and then add 3000 power to it. Next, we run 4 Sickle heal trigger because for Alfred base. Next, The rest of triggers are all non-sequel. So we run 2 Ogao because 4 Bakao base and 4 Liu. Okay, so Liu here is actually the key card for you to superior call, because its effect is when this card is on Rearguard circle, if you have Bakao, Flugao on your field, move them into a soul, including Fusion Knight Liu, counter blast 1, superior call, superior right Buster Blade from your deck. Okay, so your Vanguard must be a grade 1. So yeah, so it's not grade 1 0, not grade 0, but must be a grade 1. Next, we run 4 copies of the Automel critical trigger. So basically, this card is when your Vanguard, which is Automel, grade 3 and above, declare an attack, you can move this card into the soul, then draw 1 card and add 5,000 to it. Okay, so because this deck you might see there's no Automel, but actually this card is used for the strike zone, which now we are talking about the strike zone. We run 2 copies of Automel himself. So basically his effect is a special flip himself, so personal flip himself from the G zone. When this card is placed on Vanguard circle, pay the cost. Then during this turn, your Vanguard gain this effect. All your front row gain 3000 power, continuous effect. So any unit that superior call out is also a gain at 3000 power. Next effect is then if you have the number of cards in your G zone is 2 or more, you may superior call 1 grade 2 monster from your deck onto your Rearguard circle, and that unit plus 5,000 after end of turn. Next, we run 2 copies of Symbol Dragon. This is a popular tournament card too for Rare Paladin. So personal flip himself, 1 Symbol Dragon from your G zone. If the number of units in the G zone is 2 or more, you gain this effect, which is this card gain 3000 power for each unit on your Rearguard on your field. Then follow up, then if the number of Rearguard you have is 2 or more, you gain 1 critical. Next, we run 1 Goblet himself. So his attack is effect is when this card attack hit the Vanguard, superior call 1 grade 2 and above onto Rearguard and for your deck. Next, we run 1 copy of Samuel. Samuel himself is basically when this card declares an attack on the Vanguard, if the number of damage your opponent has is 4 or less, and the number of Rearguard you have is 5 or more, you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. So yeah, it's very good card to pressure him. Then later on, this is the new card that we run on. So Holy Square Dragon. So basically this effect is, if your heart is Alfred, you basically gain this effect by personal flip himself. So during this turn, your Vanguard gain this effect. For all your Rearguards gain 2000 power, and if GB3 is this card, this card himself gain 3000 for each Rearguard on your field. So basically 1 column, if you have 7k booster behind him, basically 50,000 power. Yeah, quite a very big power. Then 2000 for each of your other Rearguard, because your side will have gain 4000 each of them, each row. So 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000 for each left and right. So 4000 for them. Then basically quite big for the center if you actually have full field. Yep. So we hope that you enjoy today's deck profile for the new updated Seiko build. Do like and subscribe to Destiny of Cards. And if you have any deck profile that you wish to see, do post in the comment section below to let us know. Thank you. Until next time, see you.